Here's another question. I think this is right up your alley. I feel like I'm throwing you now underhand pitches to hit. Can I establish two trusts, a blind trust and a family trust, or discretionary trust? The family trust is under the blind trust.
So with most plans, you're always going to need what I call shoes, right? And what are your shoes? That's the basic plan. You're always going to need the living trust. And now you could add on trust, and you should add on trust, blind trust, land trust, irrevocable trust, whatever is needed on top for each specific situation. It's not just one trust for all. Sometimes it's, I have a client that has 15 trusts, right? And each time he gets another property, he makes another trust. And that's fine because no one knows that he's going to own these properties, because in the title, it's not going to say his name. It's not going to say his address. And that's what people, want at the end of the day. They want privacy. And another thing, just so you know, I saw in there somewhere someone talks about LLCs. I know California LLCs are pretty expensive, and when you have property in California, you need it to be owned by a California LLC, and if you do like a Wyoming LLC or a Delaware LLC, you're going to have to register it here, which means you have to pay the fees here at the end of the day. And $800 a year fee is going to apply to you at some point in the future, and even if it's later, they're just going to back charge you for all the time that you need. But there is ways to do trust and LLCs in different states that work together. And I found that most people that looking for these kinds of privacy protection, they like that option for all their properties, because they don't have to pay the $800 per property, which is insane. Plus, just have you know that California LLCs are the least protected or asset protected place in the world, in the United States, one of the worst ones. You could pierce through them very easily. So I don't know, a lot of people are like, oh, I should put my stuff in LLCs. Maybe you have multiple owners and you want to do something and make it easy, sure. But it's not the situation for every person, that's for sure.
I see oftentimes, customers having trust, the Bob and Mary Smith family trust, and I see other ones that are more random, the Mickey Mouse 613 family trust. What are the advantages of one that identifies you clearly by your name or you and your spouse's name, versus what's the advantages of having it be random or unrelated to you personally?
Well, it all begins with what are you trying to protect, right? So most people like to protect against lawsuits. So what happens with lawsuits? You have to look at it from an attorney's perspective, because the attorney is the one who's going to initiate this thing. And what do? We do some research. We go find out what your assets are. We go look up title. We go see if we think it's a good place to go, unless you have insurance. So obviously we're going to go after your insurance. But if you don't have insurance, we try to see what you have and see if it's a good case. Otherwise, we'll just say, sorry, go to another attorney. All right, that's the usual way that at least contingency attorneys find out good cases. So if I can't find your name on any property, I'm less likely to sue you. And that's the whole point of privacy and doing these kinds of trusts that will be very helpful for that sort of implementation.
Okay, if you enjoyed the video, your next step is to sign up for the webinar by clicking the link above. And if you have any questions or concerns, go ahead and comment below. Be happy to address them. See you soon.